Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to Between Horizons. And in the last episode, guys, we followed the paper trail quite literally, and we determined that the activities room is where that letter actually originated from, at least the paper for it. Now, we went ahead and let the captain know, but the captain wants all of our focus right now on the Earth Museum opening, because apparently the contact that Lewis was going to speak to in this shadowy organization on board the Zephyr is going to be here. And if we look at the evidence, we need to be looking out for two things specifically. One is this symbol right here, or the symbol for Mars or male here. There was also something else. Your contact at the event works in a Category 2 profession, and I'm not exactly sure what that means. Like, do we have any kind of idea as to what those professions are? Or like how they're categorized? I don't remember, and I'm not exactly sure where we would have to go to find that info. But maybe we'll figure it out. In the meantime, let us go ahead and head to the Earth Museum. I think it's like this opening reception, and we'll figure it out, one way or the other. I love the fact that we have an aquarium here. And we have access. We're standing by next door, Chief. I hope you can hear me all right over the music. We assume that the contact is one of the people in work attire. They prepared some kind of presentation. Let's try to make our move before it starts. Go over all the information you gathered to find out which of the participants our subject is supposed to talk to. If you're not sure yet, talk to them and see if that narrows it down somehow. But be careful not to blow your cover. If they suspect we're onto them, they might no longer respond to the code word. Good luck, Chief. Once you've submitted the file, we'll send the suspect in. You got this, Stella. And case updated. Infographic URSD. An infographic about how today's different professions will contribute once the Zephyr reaches URSD. Category 1 jobs, like historians and artists, contribute intangibly to social cohesion on the Zephyr and URSD as they have since ancient times on Earth. Category 2 jobs, including engineers and programmers, revolve around software and hardware use, with some machines in the Zephyr's inner hull still waiting to prove their usefulness on the planetary surface. Category 3 jobs, such as doctors and reproductionists, are essential everywhere, but their focus will shift once planet-wide. So we are looking for something technical, engineers and programmers. Cool. Now we do have, in terms of...
Stella! That's a nice surprise. I didn't expect to see you here. Oh, I thought it sounded interesting. That means a lot coming from an introvert like you. The event is about to start. It's all about how jobs on the Zephyr will be useful on URSD and how some will transform. Our presenters are dressed in their work attire already. Feel free to ask them anything you want. We also prepared this infographic right here with more information on the topic.
We don't have time for this, Chief. Try to cut it short.
I will. Check it out, I mean. Hope you have a good time. Happy Arrival Day. Happy Arrival Day.
Alright, so... Camille.
Evening, Chief. Sorry, I need to practice my speech right now. I'm very nervous. As a biologist, I do not only take care of... Oh, that's it.
Alright, so who are you? Biologist. Came to Zephyr as a child along with his mother. She stepped in to replace my mum last minute. Ooh. I'm sure that wasn't led to tense feelings at all. So historians and artists, engineers and programmers, doctors and reproductionists. So that would be category 3.
Programmer Aaron, you're part of the event as well? Yeah, I volunteered to talk about some programming challenges that will face us once we approach, the real arrival day. Well, not us. More like my future kid's future kid. But it's important that I have understanding of it today. Won't technology change a fair bit over the next 100 years? It does all the time, but I keep up with Earth's yearly updates. Just recently started working my way through some literature they sent us on this year's Arrival Day package. I see. It's nice that you're so passionate about it. I'm looking for those symbols. Oh, dear visitors, thank you so much for coming to the Earth Museum on this very special Arrival Day. We have invited important people from across the population to share insights into their jobs and the role they play in the mission. I hope it'll fill you with the same pride and determination that my daughter felt when putting it all together. The presentation will begin shortly. In the meantime, feel free to chat and mingle with each other and our exciting volunteers. Destina. Chief, come to hear about medical challenges that await us on a new planet? You wouldn't believe the number of unexpected things that could wipe us out once we make contact with an entirely new ecosystem. We've never had an opportunity to build up an immunity to any of it. And conversely, we may just bring the next Black Death to USD's animal and plant population. Isn't that motivating? Baptiste, okay. Devrin, already talked. Geraldo. Engineer Geraldo. Now that's an outfit I've never seen before.
Well, that's no surprise. I don't often have an opportunity to put it on. It's designed for the vacuum of space. I most often put it on in the outer hull, but I've engaged in some rare EVA as well. Due to my special training, I'm often referred to as an astronaut here on the ship. But to everyone back on Earth, we're all technically astronauts here.
Okie dokie. Ashton. Fancy seeing you here, Chief. Came to learn something about our future jobs? Well, human reproduction sounds interesting. We aren't very involved with the fun part, I'm sorry to say. But if you have questions about concocting fetuses from two genetic donors or raising them in an artificial womb, being in space makes it a little harder, but not all that much as long as we have artificial gravity. Alright, that goes into the activities room. And this is everyone, huh? Okay. So... the only two people that I think we've talked to who... let's see. Engineering specialist trained to perform EVA and work in zero-G environments. Residential area L2A astronaut. Biologist wouldn't work. Reproductionist wouldn't work. Assistant caretaker, teacher. But they have to be here, right? So... the only two people that I know is Aaron and Geraldo. But what do we need to sting operation? Report to Captain Talia. Letter on the table. Contact with the event works in Category 2 profession. Claims during the confession. Talk to one of the job representatives and mention the word freedom. The symbol on this letter will be on their uniform, not necessarily in this color. So 3 stripes. Looks like he has a flux capacitor on his chest. So I'm looking for 3 stripes. Oh, hello, the Bear Baptiste. Huh? Oh, there's 3 stripes. On... okay. That might be it. Because it's not on the other side. And no one else we can talk to. Should we bring up the code word and see? I don't know if this is what we need to do. This evidence is classified. I should be careful who I show it to.
Destroyed letter. What should we... I had nothing to say about that right now. Well, that's something. But out of these two, that seem to be the only ones who fit the... Should we go with that? Man, I don't know, guys. Cases... Talk to the participants, or go over the information I have so far and talk to the participants. Comms. Maybe we need to go ahead and see with Lewis. Contact works in a Category 2 profession. Lean my doormat against the door in an upright position. Can we actually leave here and go to Geraldo's L2A? Let's see if we can. Oh, we can. Okay, cool. I don't know, it may let us go there. And L2A, alright. I'm looking for that symbol. It is up there. Glad we don't have to worry about things like warrants. L1A. Oh. Oops. L2. Check over here for anyone else. Nothing. Alright. Well, I mean, it was worth a shot. But out of these two, it would make no... Well, I guess he could have knocked out himself to make it seem that he had nothing to do with this whole situation. You know what? We're going to go with Geraldo. That seems to be the only thing I can really think of. Can we... Unfortunately, the thing's still going on. Let me go ahead and scan a little bit more just to make sure. I think Geraldo has to be our guy. Rose's bunk, Asher's bunk, Skybar. Lewis, maybe? You got those symbols too. Ashton, but you're not... You know what? I'm just gonna go for it. I think I'm overcomplicating this. No surprise, opportunity to put it on. Vacuum of space. Outer hull. Yeah, we're doing it. We're gonna go with Geraldo. So far, so good. Have a good start at the new job. Oh, we got it! Good. I mean, there were only two options there, so... Report received. Looks like you've identified a possible contact. We'll send our suspect in to strike up a conversation. Step away and give them some privacy, but... Sergeant, you're cutting out. Sergeant! Everybody stay calm. I'm sure it's just a... Bad to worst, right the first act. Was there a hull breach?
What? Where am I? Chief, good to have you back. How do you feel? Dr. Destina, my head hurts. What happened? The ring had a malfunction and you were flung into the wall, like almost everyone. But you were lucky. No concussions or anything. What are you saying? Is the ship all right? I'm not sure. We're still waiting for an official statement from the captain. It was like the power suddenly went out and then the whole ship rebooted. What's the situation? How serious are people's injuries? We can barely keep up, to be honest. Many people were hurt, some are in critical condition. And not everyone made it. Who? Mina, Federico, Nadia, and Elias so far. Secretary Elias? I'm so sorry, we did what we could. Some people are still in critical condition and few are missing. How long was I out? They brought you in about 8 hours ago. Fuck. I have to go to the bridge, talk to the captain. From a medical perspective, it would make more sense if you... I don't have time to rest. I need to find out what happened.
As soon as I was back on my feet, I checked my PDA and found a message from the captain. She wanted me to come see her on the bridge. I decided to take the long way around the ring and assess the damage on my way.
So we get to go into the other areas.
Broken objects were scattered everywhere. Some walls were covered in fresh dents and splattered liquids. A large chunk of the population had been injured. Once or twice I believed to catch someone glancing at me. I was ashamed that I hadn't been around to help everyone right after the incident. I wanted to say something to the people, but instead I lowered my head and picked up the pace. My sense of balance was off. I tripped and almost fell multiple times. Finally, I made it to the bridge and, to my relief, immediately spotted my sergeants and the captain in relatively good shape.
Well, that's good. I thought there was a flat-out hull breach.
Chief. Captain Talia. Sergeants, what happened? We are still evaluating the situation. Something caused a power outage across the entire ship. This caused the ring to slow down and stop temporarily. It spun back up within less than a minute, but the resulting force was massive. It left many injured and some dead. However, the ship itself does not seem to have sustained any critical damage. There are some issues, however. For one, the navigation system isn't back online yet. The navigators are working on it. A major water line was damaged, flooding the inner hull sections C and D. We've had to seal them off until the engineers report back. We don't know what caused the power outage. We need answers fast, so I can address the population. I'm counting on you to find them, Chief. With all due respect, Captain, this sounds like a rather technical question. The engineers are working out the technical side of things. However, we cannot rule out foul play. Do you really think someone would... That's what I want you to find out. Sergeant Paul, you already collected some relevant information.
Yes, Captain. There are 4 power nodes on the ship, one in each section of the inner hull. Chief, you've been granted clearance to enter these rooms. However, as the captain mentioned, inner hull C and D are currently inaccessible. The ship-wide outage was actually a chain reaction originating at one of the 4 nodes. If we can find out which power node was the first to go out, we're a lot closer to identifying the cause of the outage.
Got it.
One more thing. According to our logs, a ship-wide alarm went off after the first 2 nodes failed. Maybe this can help us reconstruct the timeline.
So what you're saying is 2 nodes went out, then the alarm started, and lastly the other 2 nodes failed.
Correct, but none of them went out at the exact same time. It all happened in quick succession. That's all we know so far.
About our sting operation that was cut short before the incident. There's no doubt that Engineer Lewis was exchanging these suspicious letters. He was interrogated again by enforcers while you were incapacitated. It seems like he truly doesn't know anything relevant yet, as his first in-person contact was yet to take place. We placed him back in the brig for the time being. and about the contact at the event. It seems you were right about Engineer Geraldo. He disappeared in the turmoil and hasn't resurfaced yet. Maybe he decided to go into hiding after seeing our presence at the Earth Museum. The enforcers are out looking for him. If there's nothing else, you should get to work now. There is something, Captain. I'm so sorry about Secretary Elias. He was a good man. Thank you. He was. Dismissed.
New message. Oh, okay, we got a message from Geraldo. I'm sure that'll be a nice, cordial note with nothing wrong. Alright, comms. I saw you at the event, and I just knew you got on my trail somehow. I'm sorry I can't take part in the rescue and cleanup efforts that are probably ongoing right now. I decided it'd be best if I laid low for a little while. When we see each other again, you'll have to pick a side. It would be the first choice in your life you actually get to make for yourself. Think about it. Was there a message? Chief, please come to the bridge as soon as you're able. Okay. Are you okay? What the hell happened? I'm outside my bunk right now. Please come see me if you can. Stella, please contact me as soon as you're awake. You were covered in blood and unresponsive when we found you at the Earth Museum. Dr. Yaha assured me you'd be fine, but I'm really worried. Needless to say, our sting operation was unsuccessful. Well, I mean, partially, I would say. Alright, so the bridge was, yes, okay. Love the bridge. Looks awesome. Very Star Trek-y. Conference room. What is in the conference room? Tables, of course. Alright, nothing for us right now. Coffee maker. Of course, I assume that's required on a ship like this. Navigation room, which we cannot go into as of yet. Now that we have access to the rest of the ship, remember that we are... part of that area is flooded. Man. I kind of want to go and check out everything. Just to see, you know, and I'm glad that they added the stuff like the wires coming down and the frames. Oh, it's such a good touch. It's like we really should go and check all that. Chief's bunk. You know what? We gotta go check on our cat. What? Why can I not go into the bunk? No. It should be our top priority to make sure Kitty is okay. Or I guess maybe no. This is our room, right? Yes. Oh God.
Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi. Fuck. Looks like she ran away again. Maybe the door was open during the incident. She was probably really scared. I hope she's alright. I have to keep an eye out and bring her back.
Oh yes, we are going to find the cat. We will follow all of the clues. Where's my cat, people? People walking around in casts and slings. Okay, all of that is now available. The reproduction ward. But now if we're looking for Chi-Chi, we need to try and find... I guess it depends on how far the cat can travel. I'd be posting an all points bulletin across the entire ship. Like, hey, people, serious business. My cat is missing.
Chi-Chi, there you are. Come here, girl. Kitty. What's the matter? Where are you going? Oh, great. She must be really scared. I'll run into her again. It's probably going to take a few attempts to calm her down.
It's all worth it. Actually, let's go ahead and,
Stella, what the hell is going on? Lewis.
why did you throw me back in here?
Lewis, I had nothing to do with that decision. I got knocked out cold.
I know, I was there. I'm glad you're back up on your feet. But I want to see what's going on out there. I want to help. You're the first person to come in here today. Can you please let me out?
I won't go against my sergeants on this. I know you were cooperating, but this whole ordeal is far from resolved.
Fine. Can I at least get my rations? I'm starving.
Of course, I'm sorry they're keeping you waiting. There's a lot going on. I'm putting a notice out right away. Have you heard from Xena?
They told me she's okay.
Good. Lewis, I need you to stay put. We're working things out as fast as possible. If you know anything that could speed up our investigation, now's the time to tell it. I told you everything.
But now I kind of want to, yeah, we still have the Hannibal Lecter cage. I do kind of want to check on Lewis's mom. I know they said, oh yeah, she's okay, but how do they know? Surveying the damage. This story has definitely escalated, hasn't it? Okay. We can go locker room. Oh. Yaya.
Chief Stella? What can I do for you? Just checking in. How are the enforcers doing? Some equipment got damaged, but injuries tend to be minor thanks to our armor. Lockers and supplies are quite the mess, as you can see. I'm about to clean them up. Are the weapons and armor all functional? I can't say for sure until I go through all of it, but they seem largely unscathed, just in disarray. Good. Thank you for your report.
Small favors in case we need to use it for whatever reason. Okay, security office. See how the lads are doing. There are no lads to be found. I guess they're out trying to make sure everyone's calm and secure. Okay, went to the brig. Captain's office is empty. This is one of the things that I believe the game encourages you to go ahead and explore after, like, big changes happen. And this is definitely a big change, right? Network access point. The network office. Can't go in there. Hey, Aaron.
Programmer Aaron, everything all right down here? The network area sustained minimum damage from the outage, so that's good. But our colleagues in the power nodes were both brought to the hospital. I couldn't reach either of them. Seems like they don't have access to their PDAs. I hope they'll recover soon. I'm sure they will. Everyone seems to be really tight down here. We've all pulled each other out of various dangerous places by the legs at some point. I see. That does tend to bond people.
Alright, that's at least good news. But I think we definitely need to... Oh!
Engineer Farid, what's the status down here?
Actually, we got through the power outage more or less unscathed here in the network area. It took a while for everything to boot back up, but it seems operational. We're still running diagnostics, but it's looking good. Seems like Arjun and Tion got hurt, though.
I heard. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, it could have been worse, right? Alright guys, well we will go ahead and end it here. We'll keep exploring the ship and checking up on people and maybe figure out what happened. But if you liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. I will see you next time. Later days, everyone.